Hi guys, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my cooking channel. Today we're making minestrone. I know it's very hot outside. We're in Miami. It's almost summer, starting hurricane season soon, but I kind of want some soup anyway. We're making it vegan today. Typically I use chicken stock. Today I'm going to use vegetable stock. We're also making it low sodium. Just keeping it real here, I'm going to add more salt to mine because I don't really need to do low sodium. It's healthier for you, but I like flavor in my food. So I'll add salt and pepper for me. So join me as I cook. For our ingredients today, we're going to use 1 yellow onion chopped, 2 cloves of garlic minced. You can press it through a press. You can buy that sheet with that comes out of the tube. 2 medium carrots sliced, 1 medium potato cut into cubes. Over here we have around half a pound to a pound of both yellow squash and zucchini. I've cubed it. We have a tablespoon of dried basil. We have a teaspoon of dried oregano, 2 large bay leaves. I'm starting off with only half a teaspoon of salt for now. Everything that I'm adding is unsalted, so we can adjust that later. We have about 1/4 of a pound of green beans. We have 4 ounces of pasta over here. I have a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I have 6 cups of vegetable stock. We're gonna make this dish vegan today. We have 1 can of red kidney beans and 1 can of great northern white beans, both drained and rinsed. Once we finish the soup, I'm gonna top mine with Parmesan cheese because I'm not vegan, but I'm gonna top the vegan ones with a plant-based substitute. We're gonna start. Our pot is pretty hot right now. I'm gonna put some olive oil. You can tell it's hot. And it's starting to smoke, so I'm gonna quickly add our onion. I'm gonna reduce the heat. We're at a low right now, around a 2. So I'm gonna start moving this around so it doesn't start caramelizing. You want it to be translucent, so this is going to cook down for about 5 minutes. So now the onions have cooked for about 5 minutes. You can see how they're soft and translucent. I'm going to add the garlic to it. You're going to cook this so it can release all the flavors. You're going to start smelling it, and it's so good. It releases all the flavors, and you cook it down for about a minute before you raise the heat. So we're just trying to get this, it's at a very low heat. We're trying to get the flavors to be pulled out without any color, any caramelization. We definitely don't want to burn it. So that's enough for that. Now I'm going to raise it to a medium heat. So I put it around between 5 to 6. Bring up the temperature in the pot because we're going to add the carrots and the potatoes. Get this out of the way. We're going to add the zucchini and the squash. And we're going to add the tablespoon of basil, the half teaspoon of oregano, the 2 bay leaves, and the salt. We try to make everything here a little bit low in salt for the same reason we try not to use black pepper. You can put black pepper in this. I won't be putting black pepper, but you can always adjust to your taste. So while we wait for the heat to come up, we are going to stir this around. We are going to cook for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back to add the tomatoes and the stuff. So as we're cooking this down, I'm going to clarify it was 1 teaspoon of oregano, not half. I forget my measurements all the time since I usually just eyeball it. But that is cooking down over medium heat. And I have this water boiling here for the pasta. You want to cook your pasta separately because if you don't, it's going to basically just absorb all the water of the soup, and you don't want that. So we're gonna put this to cook. You cook your pasta depending on what you're doing according to package instructions. It's been around 5 minutes, and guys, my house smells insanely good. You can smell the onions that have cooked down, the garlic, you smell the oregano and the basil. It smells so good in here. All right, to this mixture, we're going to add our 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. Remember, we're making minestrone. So we're gonna add our vegetable stock. So we need about 6 cups of vegetable stock. This is a 32-ounce container of unsalted stock. So we're gonna put the whole thing, and we're gonna use half of another one. Our pasta, in the meantime, is still cooking away. Remember, you wanna cook the pasta in a separate pot so all your liquid in the soup doesn't get absorbed by the pasta. The pasta will grow in size as it does that. We're gonna bring this to a gentle boil, and then we'll let it cook for 20 minutes. Just a quick note about the pasta. Even though we're making this dish low sodium, I did add some salt to the pasta water for taste. So it took about 4 or 5 minutes to come to a gentle boil, and now we're gonna continue to cook for 20 minutes. Now that it's been 20 minutes of this cooking down, we're gonna add the 1/4 pound of green beans. We'll stir this up. It smells really good. Now that it's covered, it's gonna cook for about 10 minutes. You want the green beans to get tender, but still a little crisp. Now that it has been 10 minutes, let's uncover, and I'm going to add the beans. The beans are actually fully cooked because they're canned, so we just really want to warm them up. I'm gonna let this keep going for another 3 to 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna taste it to adjust the salt, and then we'll serve. It's been 3 minutes, so I'm going to uncover that. Let's give this a taste. That's really good. It does need salt, of course, because I only put half a teaspoon. So I will be adding half a teaspoon more. You can adjust the salt according to your taste. You can salt and pepper as desired. But we are done. So as long as, actually, let's get that stirred in. Look how nice that looks. And that's it. This is our minestrone, guys. So I'm gonna plate this. Let's see if I can avoid disaster. Let's get some broth. And there I plated it into a bowl where I had already put some pasta. There you see the macaroni noodles. I'm going to top this with some freshly grated parmesan. You can use store-bought. You can use regular grated parmesan, and then some parsley. If you're vegan, you can also use a vegan substitute. I'll be doing that later for my sister. And there you go. Guys, I can't wait to taste this soup. Not even gonna let it cool down. You see how you get that ooey gooiness from the cheese that's melted on top? Let's see how this tastes. That is delicious. I personally am going to add some salt to mine, but I'm gonna leave the rest of the pot low sodium. That way it can be enjoyed by everyone, but I will be adding some more salt, maybe some pepper. You can taste the zucchini and the squash. They're nice. They still have a bite even though they're fully cooked. The green beans are nice and tender. And you have the potatoes, the tomatoes. You taste the basil, the oregano. Guys, it's almost summer. In Miami, you know it's hot outside. That shouldn't even matter though. This is delicious. Guys, This minestrone is really good. Like I said, I did add some salt and I added some pepper because I'm not watching my sodium intake. I didn't go crazy though. It's so delicious. Look at this. That's all the cheese and the parsley, all coating my food. So if you like what I made, leave a comment down below. Like this video and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for cooking with me today. Bon appetit.